Hello, welcome to She Knows Me with Rosie, where we cover all things weight loss, health and wellness. And just jumping straight into January 2022, new me, new year, new everything. Let's just recap quickly what happened in December with regards to your holiday and what your plan is going forward. On that note, I'm actually here to give you a couple of tips with regards to how to holiday the healthier way, because I feel everybody is probably jumping onto the I want to detox, I want to cleanse, I want to just never look at a processed food or alcohol again in my entire life, that kind of mood. I'm here to help you set up some structure for your next holiday and or long weekend that could be coming up, so that you don't have to feel the way that you currently do right now. So what did we learn from December? There's a lot of days where you have no control of obligations with regards to if there's a dinner party, it's happening. If you like it or not, the arrangements have been made, it's gonna go down. The meals that are made at this dinner party, you don't have that much control about, and also the outcome at the end of the evening, really don't have that much control over that either. I want to quickly explain the last 6 years. If I just take that picture for myself, let's say the last 3 years, the 3 years before that. The first 3 years, I can honestly say to you, I had the all or nothing mindset. So from October onwards, I would be eating so well and exercising so hard, building up to December. And when December comes around, the holidays start, it'll be like all or nothing, boom, cool, we're here now, we can just relax. And relax means there's no routine, there's no good habits, there's nothing, there's no structure with regards to anything for myself at all. It was always just a go with the flow, and it would be the detriment of my health and my weight loss goals. And each year would be sort of the same leading up to December, and December would be this big aha, yay, and then I'd completely derail, and then January, like, I want to shoot myself because December was so wild. And then you start giving up things and restricting things and cutting things out and doing all these like crazy stuff just to sort of combat what you did in December, until about 3 years ago I just decided this is not cool. I can't keep doing this for the rest of my life. This is freaking tragic. So I had to make a shift, and it was probably the best thing I've ever done in my entire life. I started prioritizing that's a crazy word, prioritizing myself above others. Yes, I have a 2.5-year-old toddler and I have a husband, and that's pretty difficult to do that. But in saying that, I really do prioritize my own time, my sanity, what I put in my body, what I eat, when I eat, movement that I do, all of that. I used to be sort of pushed to the side, and it was almost like, oh, that's not a priority, is a sole priority. And I actually learned now, in the last year or so, just to never apologize for being that person. You must carry on being that person. And, people might not whistle your tune, but just carry on doing what makes you happy. And at the end of the day, you sit with yourself. So you need to make the effort for yourself, because no one else is going to do that for you. No one else really gives at all what you're doing with regards to routines, like I say, movement, time spent alone. That's all you. Also, do remember, things don't change if you don't want to change. So if you a little bit like sick of doing the whole everything's great during the year because you have work structure, routines, you go to a gym, you go hiking, you go surfing, you go to yoga, and then it kind of derails in December, then every year you do this all over again and you're sick of that, that's why I'm here. With a holiday, a long weekend, a breakaway, you'll end up eating way more than what you usually would eat. That's the first thing. Second thing is you have social obligations. Like I say, if you want to go or not, they are there, you're invited, you better be there. It's going to happen. It's one of the last things is you don't actually relax. I feel like you're trying to bounce back from the day before. It's a bit chaotic and you're not feeling great, so you're not really able to fully relax. You go from crazy schedules, to-do lists, hustling, running around, to sitting down, relaxing, no obligations, no to-do list, there's no rushing, nothing's going on, which is great. I mean, hell, it's holiday, relax, come on. But it's also not great in the sense that you have no structure. You have absolutely no structure, as in you have absolutely no control. So I'm going to give you a few things that you can do to have a bit of structure that will help you tremendously in the future. Look at your holiday dates. people you're going to see, obligations, what's happening. So if you've got X amount of days and you're like there, and there, family members coming, we've got a dinner party that's happening there, it's Christmas that day, cool. You know what's coming. Those are the days that you sort of plan and schedule where you might overindulge a little bit. That's where you are eating foods and drinking things that you don't drink on a random Thursday. Okay, Puza Thursday. Okay, on a random Tuesday. Let's be honest, you have those days, you know it's going to be a little bit different to than your average evening. Stick to those days for overindulging, for creating the cool little dessert that you've seen on Pinterest, that you sort of pinned it and saved it for an occasion. Those are the occasions for then. Have those days, know what's coming, plan for those days. Also, on the same note, planning for those days, plan a morning routine. Have a structured foundation of your morning routine and stick to it. Stick to it 100%, no matter how bad you're feeling, how groggy you are in the morning, how tired you are, whatever the case may be. Even if you wake up a bit later and you have a slower morning in that, I don't mean Google the nearest gym to you and go to the boot camp class 3 times a week because in your area they offer things like that. That's totally not what I mean. I mean, say to yourself, I'm going to walk on my holiday. I'm going to move my body at least once a day, preferably between 9 and 10, 8 and 9, 7 and 8, 6 and 7, whatever your time would be. Stick to that. Have it structured. In the morning, I'm moving my body. Then I'm coming back, I'm hydrating. Doing a few things that are the foundation of the day will help you tremendously. You don't just kind of fall out of bed, waltz into the kitchen where everyone's kind of hanging and you go, hey, and you chow something and your day starts and you're like, well, that was kind of not really breakfast. Let's have breakfast. Oh my gosh, so done with that. I can be very honest with you. I've had years of just kind of eating really late at night, not sleeping enough, waking up, feeling hungry, but I'm actually tired and thirsty. Then I sort of chow something, then I'm like, okay, cool, we're gonna go for breakfast. That's fine, let's go for breakfast, come back. It's like this endless cycle of just eating, sleeping, and drinking with no time for myself and no respect for myself to have something that'll actually nourish me on a holiday. It's an all or nothing mentality. So that's the kind of vibe that I'm just trying to break now. I'm trying to explain to you guys that it doesn't have to be that way and you can feel great. The first week in January, I'm living proof of it, which I never thought I'd be able to say, but coming back into Jan, it's not cutting alcohol, cutting sugar, cutting this. It's none of that. It's literally carry on with life. Oh wow, my mom would be so proud if she had to hear this. But eat before you go out. Eat before you have people over. Eat before a big social occasion. Eat something. I can honestly say to you, number one, if you are going to have something to drink, some alcoholic drinks, having your 1 or 2 drinks with a sundowner and you haven't eaten yet, doesn't feel like 1 or 2 bottles, and then you're so peckish that you could die, and then about an hour into it, you're starving and you're like, can we light the fire? No braai only happens at like 10 o'clock. It's crazy. I mean, you fly into the snack platters. It's a recipe for disaster. It really is. On the flip side, if you're going to a restaurant, you're going out for lunch and you're going on an empty stomach, and like I say, you have something to drink, you start feeling like a bit ravenous now, you can really eat something. You make poor meal choices. You literally just want to put something in your mouth that you can just feel better, that you're like hangry, you're irritated. You don't want any of that. So eat before you go out. And this is one of the biggest things that have helped me maintain my weight loss goals, like just mentally be totally stable throughout an entire holiday. Caveat, I do just want to jump in and mention something close to my heart. No, this is not a TED Talk. Come to my TED Talk. It's going to be great. No, I just want to sort of be completely honest with you and say I am not a health guru that 24/7 is all just like relaxed and calm, and I do yoga like 4 times a day and I'm namaste. That's really not my life. I try and have as much calm and structure as what I can, but I am a social person and I love spending time with friends and family. So I'm going to be very honest with you. For me to try and tell you like drink water, sleep early, get some sun, vitamin D, it's not realistic. I'm here to tell you, like, I know how my holidays are. We got family that's loud and proud. There's a lot happening. People are drinking really early, drinking alcohol really early in the day, and that's the environment that I sort of picture speaking to you. So if some of this doesn't make sense and you do have a bit of a namaste family and everything is really calm and collected over December, congratulations. That is fantastic. Maybe I'm adopted. I don't know, but that's not the case in our household. So to be honest, I do enjoy the crazy, I must say. I really do. And another thing I do want to say is know where you want to be in the next 4 weeks' time. Have that mentality. So if you're having a great time, enjoy it. It's holiday. It's supposed to be fun. And then also, don't overdo it every single day for the entire holiday, because you know you're not going to feel that great a couple of weeks down the line. So have that in the back of your mind. Just like you looked at your dates with your social obligations and you know what days you can overindulge a bit. You've looked at all the days that you're on holiday, and every single day, somewhere in the day, you've structured movement. So you know we're going out certain times, whatever, you're going to move. You're going to walk, you're going to do yoga, whatever the case may be. Have that set in stone. Those are the two things. Know your social obligations, know what days are going to be bigger and louder and prouder than others, and structure movement and time for yourself. Have a strong morning routine. So if you wake up usually and you have your apple cider vinegar and warm lemon water every morning, but on holiday you kind of go screw it and you just don't, have that structure. Have that in the morning. Make your smoothie if that's the thing that you do. Have the structure that you would on an unusual day in the holiday also, and stick to it. Oh my gosh, hydrate. Yeah, like I said, I'm not here to tell you to drink water and go to bed early, but hydrate with water, because that's one thing that's going to save you. If I can tell you, if you sit somewhere and it's quite a social gathering, be the person that says, hi, can you please get some sparkling water for the table? Be that person. Everyone that actually cares about themselves is going to look over to you and be like, oh, that was a great idea. Be that person. Order the water. You go outside, friends are coming over, bring water and glasses and just put it out. Also know the difference between I need to eat now and mindlessly snacking because it's there. There's a difference. If you snack the entire day, nowhere in that day have you actually had a meal and felt full and satisfied after that meal. Do you blame your body for yelling at you, have the chips? There's some biscuits over there. Oh my gosh, that dip. Everything that's happening around you, your brain is going crazy saying, grab it, grab it, grab it. Number one, you probably restricted a little bit towards Christmas, and now everything's there and your body's going, grab, because we're going to restrict again in the new year, so why the hell not? Trying to break that cycle also. Have a meal. Have a decent meal. When snacks and stuff come out, have one or two things, to chow because it's nice, it tastes good, but you don't feel like you want to sit and just hand to mouth with everything and wonder, why do I feel so out of control? This stuff is so addictive. You haven't eaten properly. You haven't had a decent meal since like 8 days ago when your holiday started. So eat a meal. No difference between snacking because you're actually hungry and you haven't eaten yet. Then one thing that I can say had really, really, really helped me was definitely the morning routine thing, and then also having a bit of a time connected to the morning routine. So I knew I wanted to move my body at a certain time. So that means the night before, I can't stay up until now. I need to go to bed early, that I can get a couple of hours in, that I don't feel bad, that I can actually do the movement. And just that whole mind shift changed the entire holiday. I can't even begin to tell you, not staying up with the last person, usually used to be me, but staying up right to the end, you don't need to. You're going to see the people tomorrow. We're going to do this all over again. Go to bed. If you know how you want to feel the next morning, get your sleep in, chuck some water before you go to bed, wash your face, feel good, get into bed, sleep, next morning wake up. You'll actually start feeling more relaxed because you don't have this weird question mark above your head like, what is happening tomorrow? Okay, today was so rushed and crazy. Have some structure, go to bed early, sleep, wake up feeling great. So one of the tips is know how you want to feel the next morning, and schedule naps. Oh my gosh, yes, my little boy sleeps for 3 hours, and yes, in the holidays I took those 3 hours every single day and I slept. It was so calm and I was so content doing it, and I can tell you that's what recharged my battery. 2021 was quite a wild year considering just everything that's happened. Sleep when you can, take a nap. If you've got a mother-in-law or mom or whatever the case may be, they can maybe take your child just for a little bit that you can go sleep if they don't nap in the afternoons. Schedule it. Please just do that for yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate it if you can like and subscribe. It supports my channel so much. We're trying to grow the channel and the community, so please leave any comments on topics that you want to talk about, things that you're unsure about, tips, habits, anything. Wellness, weight loss, health, go for it. Then I will see you in the next video.